Thanks for tuning in to Sports Fans Only. See Andy back with another video. On deck, Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence saga continues. A lot of drama with this. 147 or 154 seems like that's the big talk in the sport right now. We all know before negotiations, Crawford said definitely 147. If Spence want the rematch, be at 154. He'll oblige to whatever Spence wanted. As for now, it seems like he's holding steady on that 147. A lot of people saying he's ducking. Seeing a lot of content on ducking, reading things that he's not trying to give Errol his fair. He's not trying to fight the best Errol. And we all know even before Errol was saying how hard it was to make 147. And that he felt like he was weight drained a little bit, that he'd take the fight, but he definitely wanted to move on. He actually said that was going to be his last fight at 147, right before the Spence fight. Right before the Crawford fight. But I got to give some props to Crawford. Him and his team, they had an excellent game plan. Spence was dominated. That was shocking to many people, and big surprise for me. I got to say, I learned a lot of things watching that fight. So there's going to be a little bit of a deep dive we're going to talk about. I got to say that was shocking to many, including myself. I still kind of think about it. It seemed like it came and went so fast, and we on to the second one. As for Spence, I got to say a lot of things he needs to do better in this. Just keeping it real blunt. I watched a lot of his mitt work, pad work last night, and one thing that caught my eye was when he was in the orthodox position. A lot of good things he was doing. The way he blocked his punches, the way he parried, the way he was on the front foot. But when you watch when Derrick James switched to southpaw, he was real basic. You can't use that 1-1-2 pendulum, get inside the Crawford. Crawford, he didn't fight orthodox the whole fight. Came out southpaw. That's why I say shouts out to Bull Mack and his team, because they realized they was confident they was gonna do damage in that position. Spence is gonna have to flip the script. And one thing I noticed with Crawford, there was a point in the fight, I think it might have been the 7th round. He was doing some Mayweather type stuff where he had his back to the ropes, and it was all about the line. He was kind of like side to side, kind of herky-jerky, pop, hitting you like that. Spence wasn't ready for that kind of stuff. When Spence was on the line, he was basically trying to block, but he wasn't close enough to actually block, catch, parry, whatever he was doing. So that's some things he got to do. He was more or less using that same combo. I realized he's not going to be able to have any success against Crawford just using that jab combination, that 1-1-2, and he got to do a much better job. There's a point where I think he might have to bring in somebody else, bring in somebody who trains another high level southpaw, like maybe even Arislan Delora. I think that'd be a good person, somebody who's real dominant, that he could spar, somebody who's gonna fight similar to a Terence Crawford. We all know I had Laura beating Canelo. I think his record is where he is in boxing. I think he's underrated because of that Canelo loss and 2 more losses. I think one of the losses I had is a draw, another one I had is a straight robbery. So I'm gonna say that Errol got to be able to defend the line. He can't just come in on the southpaw 1-2. You got to switch up that combo. There was one point, I think it was the 3rd round, where Crawford was in the corner. Spence came to him. It was like a leaping left hook, sort of how Gervonta Davis does. It was a leaping left hook. He pendulum got in, and then boom, caught him with the left hand. Then Crawford instantly adjusted and swiveled out to the right side and took back to the center ring. But I think that's what he has to do. Just using that 1-2. I think you got to switch that combo. Maybe lead. You need a more dominant lead hook. I think you got a hook and then jab off the hook. If Crawford would just, he was coming to the line high guard, how Mayweather was versus Conor McGregor, and he was just very instinctive. The eyes got big. Every time they got on the line, the eyes would get big. He just knew the Spence mistake was coming. Spence would maybe pendulum, get in, bam. He was hitting him with the 2-3 from the southpaw position. I think as of right now, they know he's coming southpaw. He's not going to switch it up for the next fight. So I think that's some things he got to work on. The mitt work, to me, could be much better that Errol's going to take. Doesn't matter the weight, 147, 154. I still think Errol's a little bit more successful and better at 154. But regardless, that same game plan is not going to work. He's going to have to switch up that mid work, be able to defend the line. He's going to have to do some things like never saw him do a pull counter. He's going to have to pull counter. He's going to have to add the feints. Crawford was just timing them. They were basically syncing up at the same time. Back, front foot, Crawford was ready. Back, front foot, Crawford was ready. And Spence, another thing was he wasn't getting in. Like he was fighting like in a lost land. He wasn't really in the mid range. His brain thinking he's up close, but he was lunging a little bit. You got to be able to shrink this distance, and I think it all starts with defending the line. When you on the line with Crawford, you got to be ready, and you can't come with everything is up here with Crawford. He already knows. So I think you got to be able to defend the line. As for the 147, I do think that Crawford is, I think I might have said he's not willing to. As for now, it's negotiations. It is business. I would say he's a shrewd businessman. I'm not going to say he's ducking or whatever, but shrewd businessman. He's kind of going back on his word. He said he'd take it at 154, and now he wants it at 147. But I give him credit. A lot of things in his circle right now going on. You know, you got big money Spence. You got Canelo. You got Charlo. You got Jaron Ennis. I think that's the one that I really want to see. Jaron Ennis versus Crawford. I think that's another Mayweather kind of Pacquiao kind of fight right there. Stomach growling, excuse that. Got to get some food, but I might just leave it right there. But I gotta say, right as of right now, Spence still with Derek James. They're looking at a lot of tape, trying to see how to make the adjustments. I think that shows a lot of heart right now. Spence and Crawford have spoke like one-on-one on the phone with this negotiation, and bottom line, Spence wants his get back 147, 154. He's gonna take it. He's not gonna say I'm not gonna take it at 47. So I say that shows a lot of determination on Spence. I know a lot of people hating on him right now, but I would say the Spence fan base is real big, real dominant. Strap season still in effect. I just hope people take notice of that no matter what he wants to fight, it's not like it's like he lost the fight. No, I take that back. Crawford won, and in a sense, people saying he's ducking. I didn't say that. I'm just saying what they say, and it kind of looks like that. Spence is hungry to get the get back. And I'm going to wrap this up by saying Teddy Atlas, Paulie Malignaggi, a lot of those guys think that Spence should just probably move on from the Crawford fight. I would disagree. This is what boxing is about. It's the hurt business. They're saying that he could possibly have career-ending injuries, but it's the hurt business. This is what he signed up for. We're human, but he's making millions of dollars. He came into the sport, and he's showing his hunger and desire to get back to the top. So I'm going to leave it right there. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. As of right now, it's a saga. It's a drama. 147, 154. Crawford been a shrewd businessman. Can't say I wouldn't do the same thing in his position. But hopefully at some point we get a little bit more clarity. I'd like to see it at 154 and the improvements that Derek James can make on Terence Crawford. So hit the like button, share, subscribe. See you, Andy. Peace.